Hello to anyone who cares, my name is Silentesque, and welcome to Victoria and the House of Shadows. This is a point-and-click adventure game about a girl named Victoria and her rat, Vermin Allen Poe. This is a demo of a game that is yet to be released. Hopefully it will get released. In the itch.io description, they talk about the fact that they're having some issues with getting it accepted by any sort of publishers, so I don't know if it's any good yet. I haven't played it, but I'm sure it is. So let's hope that maybe they can get it up and running, because I know it's hand-drawn, and I love hand-drawn games. Like, the aesthetic of a hand-drawn game is just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, look at this. Who couldn't love hand-drawn visuals? It's amazing. This music is lovely. Okay, let's see what this is all about then.
'Twas a dark and moonless night. Not a creature was in sight.
Narration.
No wind, no sound, no bustle. Not even the trees dared to rustle. Victoria pays no mind to the night outside. She is lost in her book and won't leave it aside.
Oh. Now, I did read also in the description that due to having essentially no funding for this game, they've had to use computer-generated audio for the voices. But that's something they hope to change if they have proper funding and can actually develop this into an actual game. So I think, with actual voice actors, this could be a very nice atmosphere.
Her days and nights now intertwine, after staying in her room such a long time. But this night of no moon, no creatures, and quiet lumber, is the night Victoria would wake up from her slumber. Her pet rat's cage would split. The rodent shall escape and cause a fit.
Oh no! Not Vermin Allen Poe!
Victoria's stories would have to wait, so she could find her friend with a tail. Yet her mood is frail, like the air is stale. And the door feels nailed, as if she was jailed. Yet Victoria cannot be so low and gloom, if she hopes to ever leave her room.
I believe in you, Victoria! You can do it!
Blah 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 blah, blah blah.
Blah 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 blah. Yes, indeed, Victoria. Look at how cool this is already. Like, I will always love this aesthetic in games. Nothing is so painful to the human mind as a great and sudden change.
Blah blah blah.
Oh, Mary Shelley, you always have the right words for any situation. I so wish to become an accomplished writer like you. Me too, Victoria.
Blah blah blah, blah blah.
Beware, for I am fearless and therefore powerful. You go, girl, I believe in you. Look at her. Aww. Look at her little spaghetti legs, I love it.
Blah 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 blah.
That is my favourite line from this book. I am waiting for an opportunity to use it in real conversation one day. Well, what if not a motto for yourself, hey? It's as good as time as any to use it. Oh, look at him go.
Blah 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 blah, blah blah.
Vermin Allen Poe, no, not again. I promised Mother I would keep you in your cage since the last incident. What incident, Victoria? What did Vermin Allen Poe do? Oh, a diary. First we'll get Vermin. Vermin,
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
come back here, you little troublemaker.
Blah blah. Blah blah.
Oh no, I cannot let Vermin Allen Poe wander outside my room again. Also, I already knew his name from the description of the game, but I just have to say that is, a stunning name for your rat. Amazing. Like, well done. Good job.
Blah blah blah.
I will squash that ugly pest with my broom next time I see it in my house.
Blah blah.
Mother
blah.
promised.
Blah blah.
I have to find my little friend before she does. We'll get Vermin, don't worry.
Blah blah. Blah blah.
Tap middle button is for inventory. Okay. This brings back memories. I shall keep it with me for a while. Inventory, okay. Left mouse button equals interact, right mouse button equals look at.
Blah blah. Blah blah blah.
A piece of paper fell off it.
Blah blah. Blah blah.
It says treasure map in very big letters, but then I only see tiny ink scratches below.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
This is the diary I kept when I was younger. A lot of embarrassing entries if I remember correctly. Okay. I found my diary. Fantastic. My future readers will be able to know about my adventures. Anything written beforehand? Nope. Nothing after? Okay. Right. Let's have a look at the bookshelf.
Blah blah blah.
It is a bookshelf where I put my precious books when I'm not actively reading them. Very informative.
Blah 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 blah. Blah blah.
So many books, so little time.
Blah blah. Blah blah.
I am bringing you with me, Frank. If I am to leave this room, I might need Mary's wise words to keep my spirits up. Very, very wise of you, Victoria.
Blah blah. Blah blah blah.
My favourite book ever, Frankenstein. Awesome. This is your bed.
Blah blah blah. Blah.
No time for naps. I need to help Vermin Allen Poe. He might get hurt out there. Okay. I just want to have a look at everything.
Blah blah. Blah blah.
I'd rather not carry all these books with me. They are fine where they lay. Nightstand.
Blah blah blah.
Alas, it is locked with a small key. It should be somewhere around here. Okay. Vermin Allen Poe's cage. A beautiful cage. A bit small for a rat, I would say, but beautiful nonetheless.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
I'd rather keep it where it is. Vermin does not like it when I move his house. That's understandable. I'd also be a bit upset if someone was moving my house about.
Blah blah. Blah blah blah.
Shall I dare look at the dreaded outside? Let's have a look.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
This is stuck. Okay.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
That same old tree, the same old grass. As always, I pass. Fair enough. Let's have a look at the drawers. Anything
Blah,
useful?
Blah blah blah.
I do not want to change my clothes. I do not have anywhere fancy to go today. Let us do the dreaded look in the mirror then, Victoria.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
I am looking at myself. A horrid sight. When I do it, not when you do it, Victoria. You're fine.
Blah 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 blah. Blah blah.
There are two ways of spreading light. To be the candle or the mirror that receives it. Edith Wharton.
Blah 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 blah. Blah blah.
This is where I keep my clothes and unmentionables. Okay. Oh, a plate of food.
Blah 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 blah.
I cannot remember the last time I ate something. I will have a tiny bite of it now. Oh, don't starve yourself,
Blah,
Victoria.
Blah blah.
Disgusting. It is old and rancid. Yuck. Okay, well, maybe we could lure Vermin with that. Mother used to bring me food. It has been a while since I've seen her around here. Oh no. Oh no. Mother stopped bringing you food. That's not good, Victoria. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. You frightened me. Can you see me? How is that possible, human creature? Fucking hell, okay.
Blah 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 blah. Blah blah.
Who? Why? How? What are you? Jesus. I'm Rangdagabnabaz. Okay. Eater of souls, eternal shadow of mankind, scourge of the damned. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm gonna call you Ron. Is that okay? Can I call you Ron?
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
Randy? Your name is Randy. Oh, Randy, I guess. No, I'm Randahanib Quals. Learn my name or else. Can I just call you Ron?
Blah blah blah.
Oh. What will you do to me? Oh, what will you do to me? Why are you in my room? What are you doing here? How is it possible that I can see you? Demons are supposed to be. You know, why are you in my room, man?
Blah blah blah.
This room was someone else's before you were born. It will be inhabited by others when you are gone, and will be reclaimed by nature in the far future.
Oh God, my throat. I didn't realize we'd be talking for so long.
What makes you think you are an important part of this room's story?
Blah 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 blah. Blah blah.
Well, at this particular moment in time, it is my room, and you are invading it.
I am here because you are here, Victoria.
Blah blah blah.
That does not help me much. What are you doing here?
Blah blah blah.
You brought me here.
Blah blah.
I did not do such a thing.
I feed on sadness, and yours I could smell from the center of the earth. In fact, this whole house reeks of misery. What a feast.
Help me.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
If you feed on sadness, why am I still sad? Should you not be freeing me from it?
Consuming sadness makes me stronger. As I become more powerful, I cause more sorrow around me. It is a perfect circle of despair. We have a symbiotic relationship, you and me.
Blah 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 blah.
It is not a
Blah.
symbiotic relationship if I am not benefiting from it. You are a mere parasite.
I only enhance a person's predisposition. You enjoy being alone here in this room, with no one to bother you, no interruptions from your characters and ink stories. This is what you genuinely want. Remember when you were a child? That fabricated happiness that only kept you away from what is truly important.
Blah blah blah. Blah.
It was not fabricated. I was happy, but then I grew up.
Blah blah blah.
Now
blah,
I am
blah.
filling my brain with words, so one day all of it will take a new form inside of me, and I shall be able to write my masterpiece and become a famous writer.
Blah blah.
Also,
blah, blah.
writers are supposed to be gloomy.
Indeed, Oscar Wilde was delicious.
Blah blah.
Okay, Ran. What did you say?
Ambitious. I meant he was ambitious.
Randy, you're killing me. Hang on, I need water. I need water. Oh my god. What will you do to me?
Blah 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 blah.
I can manipulate your feelings, multiply your sadness, sink you into the darkest hole of misery no woman, man, or child has ever felt.
Blah 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 blah.
That sounds like a description of my actual life. I must apologize, but at the moment it does not feel like I could sink any lower.
Blah 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 blah.
That is
blah.
why I am going to risk calling you Randy instead of whatever gibberish you said. How is it possible that I can see you? Demons are supposed to
Blah,
be
blah blah blah.
invisible.
That remains a mystery to me too. I am as old as humanity, and no one was ever able to see me.
I'm gonna have a sore throat in the morning.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
Maybe I am unusually perceptive. Or you are not as clever as the devil.
You little. Never mind that now, just leave me alone.
God. I didn't realise I'd need to do throat exercises before starting this game. Would you please move and stop blocking the door? I need to find
Blah blah blah.
Vermin Allen Poe.
I am not blocking the door. You are blocking the door.
Blah blah blah.
You are confusing me. Please stop playing games. Also, I love your hair, sir. Wonderful, wonderful. You look great.
You give me power. It is not the other way around. You want to stay inside, and I am only fulfilling your wishes.
Blah 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 blah.
This takes me nowhere. I need to find a way to move this unsightly demon and open that door. Okay, hey Randy. Hey. You've destroyed my voice, sir. I hope you're happy. We need the key.
Blah blah.
My nightstand. That is where I used to put my candles for night reading. Now it is where Vermin's house goes. Okay, let's try the light switch again, maybe. There we go, we got rid of him.
Blah blah blah.
It is
Blah, blah,
unlocked, but I cannot seem capable of opening it. Ah, he's really screwed me over, man. Okay, let's have a look through the mouse hole.
Blah blah blah.
I do not fit there, but we could look.
Blah blah blah.
Vermin left using this hole. I need to find my friend before my mother does. Okay, let's try the window, maybe. Oh, maybe we can check something. Diary. When I turned off the light, to my surprise, I was able to see the demon that was haunting me. Randy. Then, it was only a matter of finding his weakness, so that I could find my pet Vermin. Well, we turned the light off, which I'm assuming did the trick.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
I'm running out of room. I might need another bookshelf soon. Oh, hang on. I guess we could try and give this rancid food to... Yeah, okay, hang on. We'll turn the light back off. And we'll give him the rancid food to scare him away.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
Oh, okay. I shall keep this fork. It reminds me of the pitchforks used by the villagers to chase Frankenstein's monster out. Okay.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
Let's try and give this to Randy. Here you go, Randy.
Blah 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 blah. Blah blah.
I have enough problems. I don't want the demon to be sick inside my room.
Blah blah blah.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
I remember now that was part of my code. Write it really small so the olds cannot possibly read it. So let's read it.
Blah 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 blah.
The joke is on me now, because I cannot make out what it says. That is a shame. Let's try and stab the demon. Hey, Randy.
Blah blah blah.
I don't want to make him angry. At least not angrier. Okay, let's try and use...
Blah blah.
I'm not a
Blah, blah,
lockpicker. Yet. Okay.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
Okay, this is fine. Let's see if Mary Shelley has some wise words for us.
Blah blah. Blah blah.
The creature only wants to be accepted for what he is. I identify with that.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah. Blah blah.
Okay.
Blah
Okay. So that's not
blah.
helpful.
Blah blah. Blah blah blah.
Okay. So,
Blah blah blee. Blah blah.
please move, demon.
I have no reason to move.
Lay blah blah blee.
Unless I understand this demon, I will never leave this room. Oh, okay. Oh god, we're still talking. Talk about power, talk about childhood happiness, ask Randy to bother someone else, ask about Randy's age. Let's ask about Let's ask about Randy's age.
Blah blah. Blah blah.
You call me child, but how old are you?
I am older than time itself. I was here when there was nothing, and I shall be here when mankind is just a mere distant, faded memory.
Blah blah. Blah blah blah.
If only this conversation was nothing more than a faded memory. Talking to you makes me dread every second of my short existence.
Please say that on my job evaluation. A better review has never been spoken about any demon.
Okay. Let's talk about happiness. Maybe that'll scare him away.
Blah blah blee. Blah blah.
You mentioned something about me being happy in my childhood.
Lay blah blah blee.
I do remember being carefree and content, but I cannot remember what triggered those feelings in me.
That is not important now. Focus on the dark and gloomy things in life. Be more like your heroes. Cease being a child.
Okay. Let's try and learn what gave me happiness. Because if we become happy, maybe he'll leave.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
Was it food that made me happy as a child?
What makes you think that when you forget to eat day in and day out?
Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
Was it a book?
You have always been drawn to books, but they make you want to improve your writing and to understand the writer's feelings, motivations, and inspiration. Books tickle the critical part of your brain. They give you purpose and direction, but not happiness.
Blah 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 blah.
Help me remember.
You need to let go, child.
Okay. Fine. Try to understand Randy's motivations.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
I know why you want everything to stay as it is. If I am happy, then you cannot feed off me. I see you are scared. I am more important to you than you are to me.
How weak do you think I am? You insignificant scrub. You are a mere bite less than a snack to me. You need me to fulfill your dreams. No great writer is without demons. Nonetheless, demons can feed anywhere. A famished boy is just as nutritious as a laureate.
Talk more about my heroes.
Blah blah blah.
Elizabeth Gaskell seemed quite content with her life.
Dead mother and distant father.
Blah blah blee.
Charlotte
blah, blah.
Dacre?
Abandonment issues.
Lay blah blah.
Emily
blee.
Bronte?
All her friends died during a typhoid epidemic.
Blah 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 blah.
This does not end here. I shall find someone to prove my point. Talk about the past.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
Is knowing about one's past not instrumental to building one's future?
Do you think that Edgar Allan Poe cherished the Alexander Pope's poems he read in his childhood when he was writing his darkest material? No, he was grieving for his dead parents.
Blah 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 blah.
But
blah.
I'm sorry, I can't continue with this voice. I'm so sorry. My throat is tearing it like it's shredding. So I am gonna have to just speak normally for him now. I'll try and be, you know, demonic about it though. Do you think Mary Shelley... No, I can't do that. Just give me a second, I'll rest my voice up.
Do you think Mary Shelley was inspired by her friendship with Lord Byron when she was writing Frankenstein? No. She harnessed the nightmares that haunted her at the time and made her feel miserable and drab.
Blah blah blah.
But
That is why childhood toys should not even be on your mind right now. Focus on the darkness, child. Be miserable and feed me. We could be extraordinary together.
fuck it. It's just gonna have to be normal talking. Does it have to do with leisure?
Blah blah blah.
I am positive that had to do with me simply losing myself in thoughts, doing nothing and just living in my own internal world. If that is what you want to call being uncreative and worthless, be my guest.
Blah blah blah.
You do not
Blah,
seem to
blah.
understand my creative process. Does it have to do with family?
Hey, blah blah blah.
I am almost certain it has to do with my family. How long have you been in your room? And how many times has your family called on you?
Blah blah blah. Blah.
Well, they know that I am resourceful and can fend on my own. I am certain that must be it.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
What do you know about family? Everyone's different. Unloving and distant. Exactly what everyone would call a happy family.
Blah 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 blah. Blah blah.
They just love differently. That is all. Does it have to do with friends?
Blah blah blah.
I am quite positive that the source of my happiness had to do with friends, right? What friends? You pushed them all away.
Blah blah blah.
Rats.
Blah blah.
Precisely. That filthy rat of yours might be your only friend. You leave Vermin alone. Does it have to do with music?
Blah blah blah.
I have a
blah,
faint
blah.
memory of music from my childhood. Something I was creating. Pfft. If you want to call creating the act of rotating a little lever, I agree you created music as a child.
Blah 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 blah.
Ah,
Blah,
you
blah.
jolted my memories. My treasured music box. It was the loveliest little thing, and I remember playing it over and over. It made me so happy. The person who wrote that lovely melody that you merely played was my last meal before I found you. What a magnificent feast, such sad and glorious last days. Maybe I pushed the poor man too far, but a more beautiful song has never been heard since. I am so proud of my work.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
I remember I hid my treasured music box somewhere in this room. I need to find it, if only to weaken this nasty demon that haunts me. Oh, thank you for ending this I am so sorry. My voice was not ready at all for that level of torture on my vocal cords. Let's check under the bed.
Blah 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 blah. Blah blah.
It is so tempting to get back in there, but no. Vermin Allen Poe needs me.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
Okay, well, we need... It has to be in here.
Blah blah blah.
Where did I
Blah,
put the
blah.
key? It cannot be far. Where have we not looked?
Blah 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 blah. Blah blah. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
Okay. So we need to find the key.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
It looks like the wood has swollen. Oh, maybe if we use the fork on the window.
Blah blah blah.
I cannot use it here. Well,
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
okay. That didn't work.
Blah blah. Blah blah.
Okay.
Blah blah. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Lay blah blah.
What does one do? Let's turn on the light. Try and get to the drawer.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, but...
Blah 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 blah. Lay
Okay.
blah blah blah.
I'm looking at myself with more intensity. What else should I do with this?
Blah 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 blah.
Maybe I can try to imagine that I am looking at someone more interesting. No, still boring old me looking back.
Blah blah blah.
Okay, let's try the fork on the mirror.
Blah blah.
I cannot use it here.
Blah blah blah.
This does not
blah,
seem to
blah.
work.
Blah blah blah.
Okay. What does one
Blah,
do?
Blah blah. Blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.
Maybe it's under the floorboard somewhere? Is there a floorboard I can, pry open?
Blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Blah 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 blah.
I might be really dumb. Oh, maybe we can use the fork on the mouse hole. Where is it? Come on.
Blah blah blah.
That does not seem to work. Okay. What if we try the food on the rat hole?
Blah 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 blah.
Not
Blah,
even
blah.
Vermin would dare to eat this, and I've seen him eat his own droppings. Okay. Ah, maybe the paper on the mirror?
Blah blah blah.
I cannot use it here, okay? But on the window.
Blah blah.
That does
blah.
not seem to
Blah,
work. Okay,
Blah 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 blah.
okay, that's fine.
Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah,
I
blah,
feel
blah, blah.
really dumb right now.
Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Lay blah blah blee. Blah blah blah. Blah blee blah blah. Lay blah. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blee blah blah.
I'm not entirely sure what one is meant to do.
Blah blah blee blah blah. Blah blah blee blah blah.
Maybe if I show him the book.
Blah blee blah blah blah.
He's probably not interested in that story. He's scarier than the monster.
Blah 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 blah.
Okay. What about this piece of paper?
Blah blee blah.
I
blah,
shan't
blah.
give this very special clue to that demon. Alright, then read it.
Blah 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 blah. Blah blee blah blah blah.
I'm so confused. Oh. A shiny thing. Okay, I just had to have the light off. Do I need to put my hand under there? That is where I sweep all the dirt when Mother forces me to clean. Ew. I found this small key. It probably has been there for months. I just needed to have the light off. Okay. Come along, cobwebby key. Let's go open this nightstand. I unlocked it. It's about time. Let us see what is inside here. My old trusty magnifying glass is in the drawer. Aha! And now we can do this. I need to look closer to this piece of paper. Let's see. Okay. Bed. Nightstand. Door. Drawer. Strange spot. Bookshelf, strange spot. Strange spot. There is nothing interesting here. The bookshelf is still in its old place. I moved the drawer when I was 10. The bed used to be in this corner when I was younger. When I moved the bed, the nightstand went with it. A door is a door. No clues here. Strange spot. Maybe it's no, still nothing. Okay. Ah! Dark spot. Here, I finally remember. I hid something under that loose floorboard. But where was it? Okay. So.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay. So. It's round. So there's the door. Aha. Floorboard.
Blah, blah, blah,
I cannot
blah,
open it with my
blah.
bare hands. That's why we have a fork, young lady.
Blah, blah, blah.
I
Blah, blah,
opened
blah.
it.
Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, my old music box. Yes. Let us scare the demon away with the music box.
Blah, 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 blah.
I'll wind it up for old time's sake. Hey, Randy. Thank you, Randy. Oh, we can't even talk to him. He's absolutely enraptured.
Blah, blah, blah,
Finally, I'm able to open it. Will I be brave enough to venture deep into the mansion? Let us go into the unknown, young Victoria. Oh. Oh. We've got this, Victoria. Oh. It's okay. You're okay.
Victoria finally felt unshackled, since her wit was never tackled. But there was a thing she did not know. The forces set in motion could only cause her woe. Like a candle burning low, about to lose its glow. Her adventures have only started, and her story is not plotted, since the I's are yet to be dotted. Trust me, reader, try to fathom, this shan't have a happy outcome.
Oh. This feels like this might be the end of the demo. Thanks for playing. Aww. Oh, but that was so fun. I got a bit stuck, but that's because I didn't have the light off when I was looking for things. So that's fair enough. Oh, I wish there was more. This is so interesting. I really chose the wrong voice to try and use for that demon. I am going to have an incredibly sore throat in the morning. My vocal cords did not agree with me. But that was very intriguing. I do wish we had at least pursued Vermin for a bit, but, you know, hopefully, if the developers receive enough backing, enough funding, we can experience a fully fleshed out game in the future with actual voice acting. So that would be awesome, and I hope that comes to fruition. So yeah, I enjoyed it. There's a lot of mystery. I do think her mum's dead. Maybe. Would love to see more of Randy. Will not be doing his voice, although I probably won't have to if there are voice actors for it. I do sincerely hope that when the game comes out, because I have faith that we manage to find Vermin safe and sound and not squished by the broom of an evil mother. So yeah. Until the next video, farewell.